there's an increasing pattern of angry outbursts from your spouse towards your kids, and you just want to bring peace to your family. What are you supposed to do? Well, let's talk about that today on Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in helping kids, teens, and families to live happier lives. I lead two organizations, Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization Child and Teen Counseling, both here in Woodland Hills, California. Every Wednesday at noon, I jump onto Facebook Live to answer your parenting questions. Let's answer today's. Lately, my husband gets so angry at our kids over all sorts of things. Recently, he asked them to clean the rooms, and when they didn't, he totally lost it. He also gets really angry when they're late getting ready for school. It's been causing a lot of stress. How can I help him manage his anger when it comes to these kinds of issues with the kids and maintain a calm environment? Thank you for your question. First and foremost, I think the most important thing we have to recognize is we can't expect the kids to take care of your husband's feelings. They're not capable of doing that. While it would be great if they clean their rooms and were ready to get ready for school on time, and I understand why that would get you angry. I think it gets any parent angry. I get it. But they're also going to be kids, and they're not going to clean the room sometimes, and they're not going to be ready for school on times, and they're not going to do other things that you want them to do at other times. And this is part of being a child and growing up and learning how to do this. I think it's really important to recognize that it's incumbent upon us as parents that we need to make the change. Now, if you're having concern about this, what I would recommend doing is don't get angry at your husband. That's just going to make things more angry. But approach from a place of calm, empathy, compassion, because underneath that anger, as therapists talk about a lot, anger is a secondary emotion. And if you don't know what that means, it means it's usually a reaction to something more vulnerable, such as sadness or fear. So whatever amount of anger your husband is having when he's getting angry about the room not being clean or not being ready for school, there's some kind of fear or sadness that is being, squashed down by the anger. I'm not saying anger is a bad emotion. It's just how do we channel it? So the more you can have empathy and get in tune with that sadness or that fear, that discomfort, whatever that is, maybe he will be able to start recognizing that as well. And then he can start having a little more empathy for the kids. Because as soon as we get angry, we lose our sense of empathy. It's all about fighting about who's win, and no one can win. Everyone's going to lose. Now, does he need some more support? Like, does he need his own therapy? Maybe is there a lot of stress in his life that he's not coping with? Possibly. That's something to explore. What coping strategies can he develop that helps him stay more calm when he's triggered? Because nothing triggers you like being a parent, because parenting is an incredibly triggering experience. It's an amazing experience, but it's going to pull on your heartstrings in ways that you can't always predict. And of course, eventually you will lose it and get angry. All of us do as parents. But again, it opens up the door to demonstrate how to offer a proper apology as well, which we've talked about in many other videos before. Again, the kids can't adjust to his anger. He is the adult, we as the adults, as the parents, you as the adults need to adjust and find ways to help him cope so his angry outbursts are less frequent or less intense, or hopefully a little bit of both. Again, what are some simple coping strategies? Make sure you get enough sleep, making sure you're eating and drinking enough fluids that are appropriate to his activity level. Make sure he has some activity level, has some creative outlets, some downtime. Make sure that your relationship between, the spousal relationship is strong. It's easy to put that on the shelf and just assume it's going to be there. Make sure that you guys have a strong, loving, understanding, empathic relationship with each other. I think is really important. Again, this could be 1,000 different reasons why he's having angry outbursts. The more he can start understanding what's underneath that, what the sadness, the fear, the discomfort underneath that, he will be able to hopefully harness his anger and use it more judiciously and have more empathy for his kids and your kids. That's our question for today. If you have a question you'd like me to answer here on Tips on Teens every Wednesday at noon, email us at tipsonteens at teentherapycenter.com. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and Child and Teen Counseling. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.